Hi guys, welcome to my channel and a very warm welcome to my new subscribers. I'm very chuffed with people who keep coming back, or new subscribers who pop on and find me, and I'm hoping that I can pass on a few tips along the way. That's what we do, isn't it? Right, now this is a follow-on from the last video. I did promise to come back and chop these babies up. Let's crack on. Just going to pop these out of the way so I can decide what to do. Now, this was the Washi one. I've PVA'd these. This one I haven't PVA'd because these are just stickers that I stuck on with my usual Collal glue. So these are pretty well stuck down, if you know what I mean. But the Washi stickers, they were a bit peely. I don't know whether it was the heat or what, but yeah, so I've PVA'd them. And hopefully they'll stick now. We will see. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. First one, I'm going to do a blind one. I did a blind chop the other day and I wasn't very happy with it. They were what I call unloved scrapbook pads, scrapbook masterboards that I made a few years ago. And they've been in a book sitting around for ages, and I thought, right, I'm going to use these. I've done a couple of videos, but I don't know whether I like them, so we'll see anyway. Now this one I've backed. I think you saw me back this with the Amazon packaging, so let's go for it, eh? Right, I wasn't going to chop in if I knew there were like faces, but I'm just going to go for it because it is what it is, isn't it, at the end of the day. So let's turn it over. Right, now I'm going to turn it. So I don't know where those ladies were now. They could be anywhere, couldn't they? I've turned it completely. So I can't get this on the board that way because this is one of those 12 by 12 pads that had a hole at the top. I think it's here. For when it was hanging on the pegs in the shops. So it won't fit on that way, but it should fit that way. Yeah, that's it. So we've got a good 12 by 12 straight edge. Now I hope I'm in frame. What I might do actually, folks, is turn it that way, because I can still, I can still get it on how I want it. Right, so what we want to do is work out the sort of width of what I want to do, I suppose, whether I want to make some nice narrow tags, maybe that much. Should we just go for it? Right, I'm going to put that up against there, so we should get a good straight line. That's why I like to do it with this rather than cut it manually, because when I cut things manually, this is very thick. When I cut things manually, I do get a bit of a wobble on. Right, so that's one. Okay, we won't turn it over until the end. Right, let's have a look what we've got now. Now, the thing is with this, you've got to lift it to push your card through. Right, shall we have a couple of chunky journal cards? Yeah, so we'll go back down again. Actually, I'll push it down that way because the blades will push it down as I'm pushing down, won't they? There we go. Another one. Give it another go just in case. I think that was cut through anyway. So there's that one. We'll chop that one in half in a minute. And now we've got either small tags or a couple of bookmarks, a couple of belly bands maybe, or a couple of, narrow tags and then cut them, not tags, yeah, tags. What am I on about? Or I could make even smaller tags. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do one tall, thin one, which we can either have as a belly band or trim it a bit more for a bookmark. Right, that's the plan. Oh, it's stuck a bit there. Right, so I'm going to lift it, take it up to there, and then bring it back down. I'll hold it as tight as I can though, so it doesn't move. That's gone through now. Must have been something real thick, because I know this is quite thick, because if you think about it, there's the scrapbook piece, there's all the bits and bobs that have gone on top of the scrapbook, is the book marker, is the book pages as well. I think there was book pages, weren't there? I think I did book pages, then I did the bits and bobs, and then obviously the packaging. So it's quite a thick piece to go through. Now this could be maybe a couple of pockets. So let's just go for this one in half, eh? Yeah, let's take it in half. That should take it down to half. If I book that up to there, should be anyway. We'll soon find out. Might not be because of it's the wrong one that's that. Oh, it is, yeah, it's the right one. Must have been the other one that was the wrong height. Now, I'm not going to cut that one because depending on what we want to do, if I cut that in half, that's going to be two very small bookmarks or two very narrow pockets. But I might want it as a belly band, so I'd need it a bit longer, you know. Or I could have like a little tag on the end. But we'll turn it over and see what we've got when we come to the reveal, what we call, you know, revealing what we've got. Now, what did I say I was going to do with this one? Journal cards. So that's about the same as that, isn't it? It's the same sort of width. But we can always do a bit of chopping after if we decide it's not right as a journal card, you know, or we want it as a pocket or a tuck spot. Or if they don't look right, chop them again. Oh, that's gone through twice now. I'll have to do that one again. But never mind. That isn't a problem. Right, now this one will be too narrow. Well, too whatever width they were. Tags. And then we'll decide if we want to do a corner or round them. I do like rounding them. You know, I do like to round my corners. It's just one of my favourites. I've got my little chopper here if we've got to do any more chopping. Right then, let's see what we've done. See how many heads we've decapitated. Or bodies, butterfly bodies that we've chopped in half. Right. Ooh. Ooh, right then. So, we have nearly, well, we have actually. Sorry, we've chopped your head off, love. Well, we've chopped the bottom half of your face, so I might have to put something on there, but that one's okay. So, right, we can either chop that there and have it as a pocket. I mean, the writing is the wrong way, and the lady's head is the wrong way if we have a belly band, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, that one. That would lend itself to be a nice postcard, actually, because it says postcard there. So I could put a couple of stamps up here, maybe. Yeah, so I'm looking at these now to see what extras we can put on them. That's nice, look. That's quite a nice focal point there. And we've got all this here, like left, which is nice. We've got a lady there left, so that's good. Yeah, I'm happy with that one. Right, this one's a bit different. I think we're looking at, so instead of it, see these two, if you can see what I've done, those two will be that way on. So they could be pockets, yeah, because it's going, everything's going across that way, you know. Now, because this one is sort of, I mean, the clock's the wrong way around, but it doesn't matter. Is it the wrong way around? No. Yeah, sort of. He's got to have a little bit chopped off anyway. But yeah, because we've got this here, and that's going that way, I think that'd be good as a journaling card that way up, right? Needs a little bit of sticky, a little bit more, you know, where some of the glue hasn't quite stuck. Now this one is the other way. That's the same as that. So as the bottom half of that lady's face, look. So as a journaling card, if we had it that way on, you know, I don't think that would look right. But it probably would look right that way as something, yeah. You know, I mean, we could have it as a flip. Put a hinge on there, and that could be a flip in a book, in a journal, you know, something like that. So yeah, so those are all going, let's put them out. So we've got 3 all going in that direction. And then we've got that one going in that direction, and we've got these now. So that's a nice tag. Yeah, I like that. Bird's going the other way, but it doesn't matter. And this one, okay, is really that way on, but I think we can get away with that, having it that way, and we can do something. We can put something on here, you know, to disguise the fact that it's all going like in that direction. Do you know what I mean? So right, so first of all, before I do anything, I want to get my little pot of glue on the bits that have peeled off, and then we can see then what we're working with. So what have we got? We got one there, just needs just a little bit of help. It's probably where I've just put on just a thin coating of glue, you know, because I only use like very minimal sort of out of this little pinhead. It does come out very fine, and if you don't stick it down straight away, they do tend to peel a bit. That needs to be chopped off. That's okay, that's okay. They're all alright. There's a little bit of loosey bit here, and a little bit under there. If I can get that under. What I might do is just shove it up against the edge. You know, cheat a bit. Not actually underneath, but just on the edge of the paper, and it should stick. Right, so that's that one. Right, so let's chop off this excess bit that's dangling. That's where I've gone up and down with that other cutter. So what we can do is, this one's good because it's got like a line here, a green line, and that's where your cut is. So you can see it's very good. You can see exactly where you're cutting. Yeah, I mean you won't be able to see it because the camera and the light. I mean, I don't know if it'll bring it up. If I bring that up, I don't know whether you can see it just there. But it's a very good little handy dandy trimmer, this. It's going to get rid of my rubbish. Right. I think I'll round these, yeah, at some point. Let's have a look at this. I know one of these edges was loose. Which one was it? It was this one, wasn't it? Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll either chop these as a corner or a rounder. If I do them as a rounder, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I should look at that. That's come off. That was a waste of time sticking that down. Oh well, never mind. Never mind. A little bit there. I shouldn't really be fussing too much because most of this might be chopped off anyway. Right then, let's get the chompers out the drawer. Now we need that to make some eyelets. And I have this one because this is better to sort of, I can grip that like that. But I'll just explain. These, I've got two of these. This one decided to start sort of grabbing the paper in there, so you know, he's a bit temperamental. I've had it a while though, so I don't know whether it'll ease off. With, I've tried the usual, I've tried foil, you know, and that sort of thing, but I think it's just sticking a little bit. It's probably gone through too much thickness. This one is my newest one, similar style, but the only problem is with these, you've got to do it like that, and you've got to give it some force, and it makes a bit of a noise, you know, it's quite noisy, and it's a bit late here tonight. Right, now, what was I doing? I forgot. Yeah, so I was doing this as a corner, a rounded corner, wasn't I? Should we do the bottoms as well? Yeah. What did I say I was going to do with this one? I was going to chop her off, wasn't I? The lady that's been beheaded, well, half-headed, she's going. She's a-going. We'll have that to there. Sorry. I mean, I could probably use that as something. Put something on there, a little flower or something, yeah. Because I do like that label. That's one of Tina's from Shabby Dabby Doodahs ephemera packs, you know, one of the kits. Not sure which one. Could be, oh, it's been a while now. Crikey, it's been about 3 years since I bought that kit. Oh, I can't remember what it is. Right, I don't like that. So I'm going to get rid of that, I think. Yeah, I do like the brown book pages. I do, you know, but I just don't want that on there. Right, so this is going to be a bookmark. So we shall do the same with the corners on this one. Take this round. Same again. There we got it. We got bookmark. Pocket. What did I say this was? Journal card. Right. Journaling card, you know. Writing on the back. Or a big tag. A big wide tag. Or even, you know, could make 2 skinny tags if I wanted to. Or just a tag. Chop all that off there. And just make 1 more tag. I've got 2 tags. I could make a set of 3, couldn't I? Is that the same height? Yeah, I could. I think I'm going to do that, you know. Yeah, because we've got 3 of these now. This, you know, 3 of them and an odd journal card. I do, you know, it don't really matter what you do with them. I do try not to waste too much of what I've used. You know, just look down. See, that hasn't gone through that. Look at that. Crikey. Right, I have to get my glasses now to see. Where have I put my glasses? I'll have to get my other glasses out. Get me my good magnifiers. These are the ones I wear when I go on the sewing machine. Right, that's lined up, so that shouldn't do too much of it. Yeah, that's took off pretty good. Right, that's quite cute actually. I like that. I'm going to keep that because you never know. Belly band. Yeah, I like that better. Like this, definitely. Oh, but he's a bit on the tough side. Might have overdone it with the glue because the glue does dry really hard. The collal glue, it stiffens up your pages really well. You know, if you've got flimsy paper, it does stiffen up your paper. Yeah, I do like them. Now I'm going to leave them for now because what we're going to do now is I'm going to keep those little scraps that we've cut off. That's all we've lost. What else have I lost? No, just that bit and an edge. So I haven't done too bad. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with those, considering that's a blind challenge. Right, let's put those over there. Now this one's going to be a bit more of a challenge. Now what I can do is either mark him off, yeah, roughly, to give myself a sort of idea. Yeah, like, oh yeah, tag, journaling card, narrow tag, maybe another narrow tag, maybe another journaling card. So I could do that, or should I risk this? Let's just go for it, eh? If at the end of the day it all works out kaput, you know what? I've got tons of book pages and I've got tons of them stickers. Yeah, right, that's got to go in there that way again. Right, come on, lift up. Right, I've got no strength in my fingers. Right then, shall we go wide or shall we go narrow? Tell you what, I'm going to go wide on the hopes that I've got them ladies in there. You know what I mean? Might not. They might be down this side. I don't know. Right then, back to the reveal. Fingers crossed, guys, that we've got what we want this time. Right, let's do the big one. Ooh, yeah, I like that. That's not bad at all. I mean, that would make a small tag and a bookmark, yeah, without chopping into that flower, you know. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered if I did chop it in half as a set of tags, but yeah, I like that. I mean, I could chop a bit down there maybe, you know, and then keep that one as a little tiny tag or little journaling tuck spot. I don't know, whatever. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's that one. Right, let's see now what we got here. Oh, look, she's preserved. Yeah, and we've got a flower as well, look. Yeah, and a pipe. What on earth? Yeah. So she's got a cat on her lap and she's got a pipe. Oh well, right. Yeah, the gramophone is intact. Half of the clock, well, that was a washi sticker anyway. Half of a mushroom, couple of flowers. Yeah, that's okay. I like that. Right, now these ones, these big ones. Right, let's see. Oh, look, Louis Vuitton is still intact, and so is a little girl. Yeah, brilliant. So far, so good. So far, I've got 4 out of 7. Let's see if we got another one. Yeah, that was because I went wide, didn't I? Yeah. So, but I could have had it going that way, couldn't I? And then it would have been a different. You know, she would have been that way on, not that way up. So they have all worked that way this time, whereas the others. Now that's got the camera there, so the camera's going that way and the flower's going that way. But I mean, you could have it that way if you wanted to, or either or. And then this one, the same. Look at that, they're all going that way. Brilliant. So what I'm going to do now is just round off the corners again, like we did before. But I think what I shall do, folks, is stop the video. I'm going to get myself a drink. And then I shall come back with my ideas, you know, what I want. I like the idea of rounding these because they're all sort of they all seem to look, you know, nice, I think, with the rounded. I don't know, I do like the corners chopped, but you know, I must admit the ones that come like this with the rounded things, you know, I do things, rounded corners, I do like much better. Yeah, and plus I'm going to put some nice pretties on, bits of lace, some dangles, maybe some gems, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, just to give them a little pimp, bit of a pimping up. But they don't need much. I think when I said when I made them, they're not going to need a fat lot doing to them really, because they're luckily they've preserved a lot of the imagery, even the flowers. You know, I'm really happy the way it's come out. You know, I've got one there that's been chopped, but you know, it's not the end of the world. Might put a few quotes, I don't know yet. You know, right, what was this one? Yeah, that's quite a big chunky. These are quite chunky, aren't they? So I don't know about these yet, because I don't know if I want them as big, you know, because them being 6 inches, that's quite a bit of width there. You know, the same as the others, you know, these may need a bit of width taking off. I don't know yet. Maybe take that off, because that's not really doing anything, is it? It's not saying anything to anyone. So that, I might get away with that. Because you've got to work out the page width, you know, what they're going to go in. But I will be probably putting them in a big chunky thing, because they're quite stiff, you know, they're quite, so they need to go in either a file folder type folio rather than on like flimsy journal pages to get me. So yeah, we will see. And I don't know about this one yet. I don't know what to do with this baby, whether to chop her to there, I think I will, but keep that, you know, do something else, because I do like them too. Actually, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to stick with the first idea I had when I turned her over. You know, I think I'm going to leave that on there. Oh, I didn't leave it on last time. I chopped it off, didn't I? But I think I'll leave it on this time. Right, I've gone straight down that join there where that was joined. Right, let's just glue this because it's peeling a bit off this manky. Well, it's not manky, it's just like an abstract scrapbook. Real old scrapbook. Crikey, I've got pictures on my wall with my youngest baby. He's 25 soon. So, yeah, that's 25 years old. That pad, that scrapbook pad, definitely. Probably older because I had them before my youngest was born. I was doing that sort of thing when me other children, you know, started with me, you know, when I was working in the nurseries and stuff, you know, in the preschool playgroups and stuff like that, as you do when you start taking your children to playgroup and that. Get involved, don't you, with the crafting? And I did. I got involved and then I started working, you know, with the kiddies. And guess what? I was the craft lady. Right, so there we go. Nice little cute tag there. And then this one is going to be a nice bookmark. But I tell you what, I'm going to leave her with the original white book page edge because I do like that. Might need a bit of gluing down, you know, a bit. Might sew it actually, nice bit of stitching round, yeah, because I'll probably sew these. I will do it on camera. I'll pull my machine forward because she's here, my hand sewing machine. That's what I like to use on these. I don't like to use my normal sewing machine. Right, I'm going to stop rambling now. I'm going to get off and I'll come back and we'll play about with some bits and bobs. Right then. Stay safe, folks, but I won't be long. I shall be back shortly. Bye.